We've invented a new way to practice law. There's something so much bigger that I want to achieve, and I'm not going to let these challenges define who I am. I'm going to do it. I'm Chiha. I am the founder of several businesses. So yes, I'm a serial entrepreneur. The business that I'm working on is called Techne, the world's first ethical and explainable AI model for law. So many moons ago, I was a litigation funder. So a law firm will come to a litigation funder like myself, submit their case, and then we assess the case based on its merit, its probability to success, and its economic value. When the case has landed on my desk, how we assessed the claims was very manual, resource intensive. It took a lot of time and it cost a lot of money. So I went on a journey to try and find what tools or processes can help empower my legal team and myself, and I couldn't find anything. And that's really how I came to Techne. Is I suffered this great pain point in assessing legal claims and wanting to ensure that my investment was being used responsibly. To seeing that, hey, it's not just litigation funders, suffering this pain point. It's lawyers, it's claimants, it's the courts. There are hundreds and thousands of cases sitting in the backlog in the courts, and that's not me saying it. That's the Law Council of Australia. So I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix the access to justice. I'm going to help our legal system. And in turn, that helps society at large. The founder journey, the researcher journey, even like being a mum, it's not easy. Nobody ever says it's easy. And if somebody tells you it is easy, like red flags. But then, you pick yourself back up. You surround yourself with the right people. Who you hang out with, who you speak to, makes all the difference in the world. When you surround yourself with the right academic supervisors, they're people that are guiding you and mentoring you to solutions, not just problems and not just walls. So you're going to get a lot of these walls that you're trying to push through, but who you surround yourself with make you think, okay, if you can't push through this wall, what other keys do you have? Maybe I can go over it. Maybe I can go under it. Or maybe I could go through it. Yeah, I'm a mum. Don't judge me. I suffer from adenomyosis and endometriosis, and we literally don't have a choice but to pick yourself back up and just keep going. We have different periods during the month where you feel 120%. That's okay, feel that. Or you feel 20%, and that's okay. But you just have to keep picking yourself up and keep going, because it's not just you that is relying on picking yourself back up. It's my kids, it's my husband, it's my family, it's my village, it's my colleagues, it's my research, it's society. There's something so much bigger that I want to achieve, and I'm not going to let these challenges define who I am and keep putting me down. I'm going to keep pushing through it, and I'm not going to let it stop me. We're not one thing. None of us are. We're partners, we're mothers, we're sisters, we're founders, we're colleagues, we're students. We wear so many different hats, and it's just picking and choosing where you can bring all that value and focusing that value on all these different problems that you can solve. I feel like my whole life has been just jumping into the deep end and knowing how to paddle and then just learning how to swim. And that goes back to the beginning of my career. After I left high school, I started university, and at that point in my life, it wasn't for me. I left uni and I said to my dad, look, I don't want to do uni. I'm not sure what I want to do. He said to me, okay, you're starting a business. I'm like, oh, okay. And honestly, that's how I fell into the PhD. That's how I fell into juristechny. That's how I fell into one Maronite. That's how I've fallen into a lot of the roles that I love. I love Ladymates. There are lots of business communities, right? And I've been a part of a number of them. There's a lot of this drinking culture and things that, I kind of didn't really like. What I love about Ladymates is it's a community of women, and it doesn't discriminate about what part of your career journey you're on. You can be a student, you could be a founder, you could be a chief of staff, you could be HR. You don't have to necessarily be working at all. But there's so many women that are just on this same journey, and we each bring our own experiences and expertise. Like I'm on the women's committee at the Canterbury Bankstown Chambers of Commerce, where we advocate for collaboration and community. Ladymates is 100% that. You also put your money where your mouth is and support women founders like myself with credits, with knowledge. Like there's also the university ones. Oh, the university ones. So I'm part of UTS startups, like massive shout out. I've previously met a female founder. Her name is Anna. I love you. While I was on my journey for juristechny, I'm wearing all these other hats. And with one of the businesses that I have, what I was going to do was just close it down to keep focusing on juristechny because it wasn't really doing anything. And when I was talking about, trying to reorganize and restructure, reallocate the different hats that I wear, Anna said to me, why close it down? Why not just sell it? And I was like, I didn't think of that. So because of that conversation that I had with Anna at Ladymates in our group, I've now sold that business. A second one is at university. And I'm such a huge fan of her. She's one of the coolest women I've ever met. There's two of them there's actually two. There's Dr. Layla and Dr. Madushi. So yes, there's so many amazing women that have empowered me. And I hope that, I've also been able to provide value for them as well. I can only make great decisions if they're data-driven decisions. So we started a case study with juristechny where we're testing out our databases and our algorithms. And that's with the likes of Westpac, Hamilton Locke, Clyde & Co, Moores, Dentons, Norton Rose Fulbright, like so many amazing and wonderful law firms like Chiha Legal, like so many amazing Core Legal. Like I wish I could shout out absolutely everybody that is taking the leap and testing out juristechny as part of the case study. So we performed our first case study, and when I looked at the results, I thought I messed it up because the results were too good. And the more and more that we continue with the research and the insights and the analytics and the data science, it's bringing so much of value that nobody will. I still can't believe it every day that I'm doing this, that I have the honor of doing this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.